Hello, it's Prince Easy. And well, the apocalypse, what the fast is about. We get into more detail of what is actually happening to the world right now, right? So, there is a perspective that is lacking in the church today. Okay, a perspective that is lacking to the church today. And that perspective, I think, would help the church overcome its situation. And really, it's about embracing the truth. The church has not been embracing the truth. That's why it's going through whatever it's going through right now. It has been held hostage by the devil, and that's the outcome of having weakness, having a thing so true, but rather makes you feel queasy inside. But that is just a test, That's just a test to see if you will embrace the truth no matter what. And that's what that's about. Okay, so there's the issue of Jacob and Esau. Okay, Jacob and Esau, right? More animosity. Okay, the first animosity was the serpent and his offspring. Okay, Genesis says that the serpent can give birth, right? So the offspring of man and the offspring of the serpent, that's the first animosity. Okay, besides nature and animals fearing us and actually being vicious against us, that's the other. But I want to specifically talk about this dynamic between the serpent seed and the human race, right? So there is a powerful animosity put there by the Creator, right? So, of course, since they are defying, they want us to choose otherwise, right? They want to say that we didn't have a choice. We didn't really choose to have these people, the serpent seed, as our enemy. Okay? We didn't choose. We just jumped the train. So we have no free will, per se. That's the type of thinking that is going on right here. Okay? So I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Okay? So the second animosity was this, Jacob and Esau. Right? And their offspring will go at each other and overcome each other along the line. Right? At this time, Esau will rule. This time, Jacob will rule. This time, Esau will rule. Right? So right now, we are in a transitional period between Esau and Jacob for the last time. Okay, this is why this is so important. This is the last time. Okay, this is the last time. Remember that. This is the last time. So, in order to further understand this, we have to understand and establish who is Israel and who are the Gentile nations. Okay, since mostly Christians seem to be welcoming of every other type of faith out there, but we are in denial about this aspect. And of course, if you add that to the identity theft situation, then you have a real mess. Okay, and as I've said prior, the truth is only the way out of this. Okay, the truth is the only way out of this. Everything is written. Everything is written. I've not just made up everything I've just said. Yeah, I'll just prove it to you that it is in the scripture. Okay? So, the world order in respect to black people, and, mostly it's unknown. Like the fact is scary is this. I was trying to look up the Raptor, the Roman city that was in East Africa here, that was discovered, by archaeologists from Tanzania, and I was trying to find information about it and I couldn't find any. It's like they do not want people to pay attention, and there's this push to say that Kenya is actually Jerusalem. This war that has been going on below. Okay? And of course, those people who switch teams, the Israelites, and then they align themselves with Gentile interests. And of course, there's those Gentiles who align themselves with Israel interests. Yeah, so it is possible. But it is not possible when it comes to serpent seed and the human seed, right? Jacob and Esau, they are both humans, right? They're the sons of the same person. But there is a slight difference between these two. Yeah? And that is expressed during their birth, right? They give a description of Esau. Okay, and somebody out there pointed out, as I've been doing before, this is how you extract information from the Bible. Okay? If they give a description of a child, one child, and there are two, means there is something unique. And the other one that has not been mentioned has been consistent. Okay? So if Esau came out red and hairy, that means he came out white, right? He came out white person. Okay, white people become red. Okay, their babies are red. Okay, and it was weird to them because black babies don't come out like that. Okay, because they were black. Okay, and this is just the part of the unfolding. That of course we have to get comfortable with, really, and accept it as it is. Okay, as part of history, and not try to deny it and whatnot. Eviction from the land and hot pursuit of Negroes, right? So I don't know, maybe at one point we black people, we existed at that place where it's called Israel or Palestine right now. Maybe that was our home at one point. Okay, I don't know. So many things have happened to Earth. Cities have been sunken, and the continental breaking up of the continents, the continental drifting, and it's hard to actually pinpoint the actual location. So where we settled is where we settled, right? Where we settled is where we settled. So where we are is where we are. Okay, and remember, I've said this in the previous video. Israel is not a nation. It's a peoples. It's a peoples. It's Jacob. Jacob was the first person to be called Esau. So there's no Israel, yeah? There's no Jacob, and there's no Israel without Jacob. Okay? Specifically, Jacob. Not Esau. Jacob. I didn't make this up, did I? Or do you need me to prove it? Okay? You are learned people, you. You are learned people. You are just dishonest with yourself, not with me. Okay? I'm just pointing out the obvious. Okay? So, the connection between Israelites and Christians Okay, most people shame and bash the name Christians. But really, they don't know the history that a Christian is a biblical term. Okay, the early followers of Jesus' teaching were called Christians. So it's not a new terminology that, I don't know, the Roman Catholic Church had made up. There were Christians existed before the Roman Empire. Okay, they existed. Okay, they existed. So they just changed their name to Christians after the coming of Christ. Okay, but they existed during that time, and some Romans became Christians. Some, as usual, remained with many gods. Okay, but it was just it didn't change the fact that they are Romans, either Christians or pagans. It didn't matter. Okay, they were Romans by blood. Okay, so there's this replacement theology going on as if the two are separate. Okay, and you cannot separate Jacob and Israel. You cannot. Okay, so the replacement theology actually has merit and has to be talked about, has to be put front and center. Okay, this is the undressing of Babylon. Okay, you have to undress her. You have to, in your own way, in your own style. You have to do it. Okay, it's the law. Okay, it's not the land, it's the people. So backsliding Israelites, those who have been lied to, those who have been lied to actually, for whatever reason, to betray the tribe and to actually align themselves with fallen angels. So before these Nephilim existed here, the hidden ones, that's what they called them. Okay, you needed to practice a certain type of art in order to contact this, and it also applies to Israelite, of course, right? Because we were scattered as a plan to keep us hidden and keep us safe from being exterminated, right? And I shall prove to you that they wanted, indeed, and they still want to exterminate the bloodline of Jacob. Okay, so Esau gave birth to all the white people that you see. Okay, I've seen this orb which tries to attach Mexicans and Negroes or Chinese and Negroes. No, those are the bloodlines of Esau. Their skin tells you can look at them, right? They might have black in them, yes, because Jacob and Esau are from the same father, but basically they are Esau. Okay, it's undeniable. Okay, I'm not denying that they do not have a black in them. They do have black in them. Okay, and it expresses itself in different various ways across the races. Okay, in Chinese it might be, I don't know, like how Xi Jinping look, or some other way, like Asians or the Japanese, there are Negroes that look like that, believe it or not. Okay, so it's trying to establish who is Esau, who is Jacob, in order to better understand prophecy, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to understand prophecy, and we're trying to have perspective in this world full of deception, right? So, unclean and clean creation, we see that there is such thing as unclean creation. When Noah was told to build the ark, he was told to find 7 pairs of clean and 1 pair of unclean. Okay, so they're all created by God either way. Okay, even the devil himself is created by God. So they are all they serve the purpose after the flood. What purpose? God knows. Okay, it shall be revealed to us. Okay, maybe they will help us fight. Okay, who knows? Okay, but animals, it was specifically animals. So there are people who come up with, I don't know, theories to say that maybe one of the wives of the children of Noah had the bloodline of the serpent inside them, or else how can the bloodline of the serpent exist now? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, maybe because it's obvious that they weren't the bloodline of Noah, right? The people, the children that were chosen to be wives to the sons of Noah were actually not from the, so it can be. So I don't know. Okay, but it's pretty clear, just by skin color. It's clear. I'm not a racist. It's just prophecy. It's just being chosen. We were turned black to be set apart. We look different than the entire world. All of you are white, Chinese, all of Asia, all of Europe, the Americas, all of you are white, but we are black, and that's something. That's something that you don't want to recognize. There is something about us, and you're soon to find out. You are soon going to find out. Okay? And believe me, it's going to make a lot of people really uncomfortable. But hey, it is what it is. Okay? So, and there is I've seen some people doing some research on experiments that existed, I don't know, pre-flood, or I don't know, before 1800s or 1700s perhaps, maybe, I don't know. These things existed, creatures that were mixed with plants and animals, that's like crazy. Right? That's crazy, but we have seen it, haven't we? We have seen it. The character from the Marvel movies, yeah, it's called Groot. He's a tree and an animal at the same time, and it's crazy, it's crazy that these things existed, but they have to keep it hidden because they want to bring it back as something new, so as we can marvel at it and go at it and just make ourselves dirty with that. They just want to go nuts. The only limit is your imagination, they say. You want to create an octopus cat, you can do it. You want to create a cat as big as an elephant, go ahead. Without even considering the repercussions of actually doing these things. This is exactly what they want. They just want to keep you distracted while these people keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and making people more comfortable with making the entire creation unclean. And they want to trigger a distraction of humanity. That's what they're doing. They have, look at what they've done to food, right? Look at what they've done to food. They've made the entire system like unclean. The food is actually dangerous to consume. What do you think God will do about it? You tell me. Okay? In his anger, he will destroy the entire world. But his mercy, he will fight back. So we need to fight back. Okay? So, if one blesses Israel, will be blessed, and one curses Israel, will be cursed. And that's the problem with this devil's plan to cause this coexistence between the Jacob, Esau, and the Nephilim bloodline. That's the problem, right? Esau and the Nephilim are cursing Jacob. They are cursing Israel. They want to even go far as to eliminate the kingdom, right? Eliminate the peoples. They have risen up against the camp of the saints. Yeah? They have used bioweapons against us. Against me, the prince, even. Many times. So, what do they deserve? Curses. Curses. I'm sorry. Curses. Curses. So what they do to us will come to them. A sevenfold. Okay? Whatever thing they caused in our land to our people, to my flock, will come back to them 7 times more. Okay, now let's talk about some lines here. Esdras. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, Jacob is the beginning of the new world. Okay, and Jacob is Israel. Jacob, the lion. Okay, and also it's a covenant, right? So, as it was written, Jacob I have loved, but Esau I have hated. That for all he's doing right now, okay, he's just trying to prove to these people that he's Alpha and Omega. He knew that their ways, even before they knew him, right? He knew that their ways were opposed to him, and they like it like that. So they're basically just condemning themselves, because it's clear here they had a chance to change, but they refuse. Okay, so Esau, they have taken crafty counsel. Crafty, okay, ni wajanja. Counsel, they have advised each other. They have made plans against thy people, right? Against the chosen nation, against Jacob. So the Nephilim bloodline and Esau have aligned themselves with Nephilim to subdue and to do evil against the chosen ones. Okay? They have said, come and let us cut off. Let us cut them off from being a nation. So Jacob is a nation, right? But if they kill the people, the nation disappears. That's why I say it's not about the land, which these people claim and this and that. They just want a war. It's clear now. They just want a war. It has been clear for a while, but we have just been in denial. All they want is war. That's why they chose that location over there, and they have those claims and the whole identity theft and the whole situation, because they are the synagogue of Satan. They are part of the army of Satan to destroy. Okay, court of the earth and court of humanity. Okay. When will a quarter of humanity reach? God knows. Okay? God knows. Okay? From being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Okay? People have actually forgotten. Okay? Except for the few who have kept the records and the memory of actually who is the real Israel. Who is Jacob, really? Okay, and remember, there are those who are crossed between Jacob and Esau. Okay? Those are the worst, if you ask me. Because really, in this world, they would really enjoy the benefits and none of the shortbacks, or less of the shortbacks, right? Because they actually embrace. Okay, because the issue is this, it's service. The issue is service. Okay, the Bible says Esau was born first, right? And the firstborn will serve the youngest. Okay, so they have to choose. Okay, and I don't think it's much of a choice. They are Esau. They are Esau. Okay, they are Esau. So most part of North Africa is full of Esau's. Okay, full of Esau's, a lot. That's why they go at each other for no reason. Okay, they even hate themselves. Can you imagine that? The Esau's are everywhere, even in India over there. They kill each other, right? One is less Esau, one is more Esau than the other. They murder each other. And after they're done killing each other, they're coming for Jacob now. So you better recognize what I'm saying, okay? I've not made this up, right? So let's get fast to it, okay? This is more proof of the serpent bloodline, right? We see this, right? They splice themselves with the bloodline of Jacob and of Esau to create monsters. They're trying to make people comfortable with the surveillance state that we talked about in the lithium kingdom, right? Look at this. Power of the sun. Power of the sun. This is an actual sun here, you know. Reactor. They're going to solve the energy crisis with a big explosion. Right? They're taking crafty counsel against Jacob, but they don't know that they're going to destroy themselves because there is the first animosity. Okay? The animosity between Esau and Jacob does not cancel out the animosity between the serpent seed and the human race. It does not. Okay, so there's a three situation going on here. Okay, and Esau is going to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed, Esau. A lot of white people and white people nations are going to be bombed. A lot. Okay, and especially those places, even those places with Esau's that pretend to be black, even those, they will be blown up. Okay? I want to see how the plot twist of this whole situation goes about. Look at this. It's not a joke. This is the work of Esau, the mighty hunter. Right? That's why Apollo has bows and stuff, because Apollo is aligned himself with Esau. And now he wants to ally himself with Jacob, and I'm refusing. So, whoa. I didn't mention something about dogs. Now they want to coronavirus the dogs. So this is exactly, okay, remember I've said this in the previous video, right? These animals give me clues to when the biological agent has been used against us, right? Just like people, when I get close to them, these biological agents react to inside them and they expel them. So I know that the weapon has been deployed. So they're killing you. This is not about the dog. Okay, so the virus that is supposed flying on right now is going to be a bacterium, a pathogen, a bacteria-based. Okay, and it's going to, of course, as usual, it is going to be deployed through the air. And it's going to cause pneumonia and respiratory distress, right? I was experiencing this yesterday, yeah? My throat was creating an endless stream of mucus, you know. I could feel it in my lungs. So this is, so if you want to find the culprits of people who are trying to kill me, find the people behind NBC, and you find out it's a Zionist. Okay, I've shown you that it's a Zionist. Who was a Zionist? The Zionists are Esau. Okay, it's simple like that. Okay, this is how scripture and real life is connected. They are not separate. So those people who are trying to create a government without knowing scripture, my friend, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose terribly. Okay, because they have their God, and we have to have ours, and stand with him, and stand with his principles, regardless of how the world is changing, because this human law is just a loophole. You lawyers know about this, right? Yeah. Loophole. It's a loophole to perverse humanity, right? That's why we argue even today about homosexuality, like should it be legal or legal? Why do you think it's that? Because the government have expelled God by thinking that one can operate without the other. Freedom, yeah? We have been talking about this, yeah? Liberation from what? Church and state, the French Revolution. Remember that? The devil was behind that. Okay? The devil was behind that. So, here they continue, yeah? Just shifting heads, making the strongest, as if this guy is the maker of the thing. It's insane. But they're just informing the masses of how things are developing and the partnerships that these tribes of Esau are forming against Jacob. You know, because they are noticing us becoming stronger. Okay, we have to recognize that. Okay. Of course, they are warning each other about the bacterium pathogen they are deploying. It's a super bug. Okay? What happened to bug? It's a super bug because it is genetically modified. That's why they say Superman. Right? It's a genetically modified being. Okay? This is the terminology that is used. Okay, so if a super bug is a genetically modified organism being deployed as a weapon against Jacob. Right? So, what do we have here? Huh? You know, these people have aligned themselves with Esau, you know. He has the white hair, right? God has white hair, right? Like wool. Wool is white, yeah? So that's why these artists keep painting their hair white, right? And of course, they have the crown, right? The crown. Okay, that is the crown, the prince, crown. And of course, on the eyes, there's fire, right? Fire, power of the prince. Okay, the nose pin is about him attaching themselves with the Babylon, right? You can see the crown has these decorations, fascist decorations, bundled together, tied, fascist. So it's a fascist crown, but it's a crown either way. So the blue is obvious, prince. So of course you can see the star on the cheek, you know. Right? This is two on your nose, people, like come on. Okay, this is two on your nose, right? This is too obvious. They are not afraid, but whoever curses the prince will be cursed. So watch out. And I've also seen Diamond with the chain that has a tree on his heart. Yeah, we can see that from the Calm Down cover, right? So all of these people, they're going to be sacrificed. That's the deal they made. They're going to be sacrificed. Right? So I hope they repent. How do I know they will be sacrificed? Because they want to sacrifice me. Because they know they can't corrupt me. So these people will die. Diamond and this guy, they will die. That's their contract. That's their deal. Okay, I've noted in the previous video. Okay, they usually have white girlfriends. The game was started with him with a white girl. Right? That's Esau. Okay, that's Esau. That's why most of these music labels are owned by Esau. Okay, so they have to force these people to play along with the plan to come against anybody who will come against the interests of Esau, because they believe that their interests and Esau's interests are aligned. But remember, there's a high namasty going on that God has put there before we are even born. Now you as a black man taking crafty counsel against your fellow man, not just a man, a prince of Israel, is very concerning. This kid knows something, right? As the Fatima messaging said, the evils of Russia will spread, and here they are. Right? And look, okay, we talked about some decisions that there are some decisions being made that are like not even human. Like this decision here, it's not human. It's not a human decision. If you bring this up in the parliament in Tanzania, you are doomed. You are doomed. But no, these people are comfortable. You see what's wrong with Esau? And there's this going on. Remember that? You know, this is the age. This is the modern age. Nothing can be hidden. Are you just open? Are you there? They did it to their own people. It's not about quote unquote Hamas and their crimes. It's a plan. It's a systematic plan. Right? And here we see Twaloc. Yeah, the two thingies on the head, the big eyes, and open mouth and the tongue out. Yeah, we have seen artists with the tongue out, right? And this is a video game. Yeah. And of course, one of the operators, they have to cut ties. Why does he align himself with are they being on the right? Have they not been on the wrong? Why do you align yourself with Palestine? Okay, because she's an operative. She's trying to convince Jacob to pick a side, to choose which Esau to align himself with. Okay, and she's talking about Jesus and this and that, but she's a liar. She's a snake. She's a product of the industry, right? Look at this. What in the Negro is happening to the world? Our past, our shady past. Remember, these cannot be absorbed if you're not up in the sky. And supposedly, these Peruvians made it for their gods, right? Now people keep asking, how did they make it without, you see the accuracy, right? How can they make it without having a perspective from above, and why does it look like a landing strip and stuff? It's interesting. I've seen a lot of documentaries from this guy about this place, and it's basically obvious that it is Antiquitech, they call it. Antiquitech, antiquity technology. It is very high technology, it is very suppressed, and it is hidden technology, right? Because the cards that they're playing right now have been played. Look at this nonsense. Unexpected bright object. What is unexpected? But you know where to look, so you're expecting it, so it's no longer unexpected. It's a mind game. It's a mind game. It's a message. It's a message. It's a hidden message. Even this here, I've used thermonuclear recently, right? It has triggered the system And now this guy wants to launch a thermonuclear lawsuit or whatever, just to garner more power, right? Because social media has basically been split into two, right? Because of politics, basically. So they make the politics to split the groups, right? So if you align yourself with Russia and Palestine, then you're most likely to be on X, and others are most likely to be on other platforms because of the tolerance of these companies. It's not about the people, it's not about the tolerance of the companies towards certain type of thinking, right? And of course, it is true. Even the samurais, yeah, they were homosexuals. Esau, right? So no wonder the black man would reject it, because it's an Esau type of thing. Of course, they'll do anything to get you to get a gun and go kill each other. Anything. They even backslide on their own orders. Okay, a lot of people quit, you know, they don't even share, they don't say these things, you know. A lot of people quit because they did not want to be turned into unclean things, to be inhabited by demons. Okay? They did not want that privilege of being an important person like the doctors and nurses quickly turned sour. Very quickly. You know, because it was a ploy. It was a ploy. Okay, so the agenda is still on it. It's still on it, and we still have to fight it. Okay, and if you go along with them, I don't care who you are, I will fight you. Let's make that clear, okay? Hollywood pathetic blackwashing of history. Look at this. So Hollywood is both responsible for whitewashing and blackwashing. But it's beyond this guy's even apprehension to believe that they were actually black Romans. It's impossible. The whole video is about proving that the Romans were white and not black. You know, this is the insanity that we are going on right now. This is about Esau and Jacob. And there's an animosity underneath. And this animosity is fueled with hatred and fire and programming, and it's just a disaster. But God will punish Esau. This is all teeing up to punish Esau. Just like how he gave Pharaoh a strong heart to be rebellious, he is giving Esau the same thing, so as he can destroy. Okay? Here, Genesis 25, the proof. The two nations, thy women, two manner of people. Two manner, separate, different, shall be separated from thy bowels, yeah? And one people shall be stronger than the other people, right? And the elder son and the elder shall serve the younger. This is the problem here. Esau does not want to serve the black man. Okay, their constitution even says that we are, 2/3 human, right? So that's why we see that the woman aligned himself with the younger one. Okay, because they know the future. She knew the future. Okay, so women were not taken out from the Bible. This is just a lie. The Bible is not a patriarchal book. Okay, women are part and parcel of the Bible in different manners. Okay, the issue is these feminists want to be men. They want to do the same thing that men do. Right? I've seen these devices where you can urinate, a woman can urinate standing up. Really, they have created that. And they think it's funny. It's not. It's disobedience. Okay, and it goes on to explain, to describe Esau. red, hairy, and they named him Esau. And Jacob came out holding his heel, right? More heels, right? The devil will strike the heel, right? And of course, we will stamp his head. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them, right? And cunning hunter was Esau. Man of the field was Jacob, a plain man, dwelling in tents. That's why you have Kanye West out here making a studio out in the desert with tents. Right? We already have that guy last year pretending to be Jesus walking on water, right? Because he's trying to play the collaboration, okay? You can tie him to Apollo, right? His whole situation is tied to Apollo. His last mental breakdown did not come back when he met Apollo, right? And since then, he has been pretending to be me and running simulations, just like what Harmonize is doing right now, right? These people are not just dressing up as me, but they're running simulations on possible decisions that I could make in the future that they could then influence to cause the outcome they desire, right? So talk about whitewashing and blackwashing, you know. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. This is all part of the plan, the deception, the devil's plan to destroy the prince, to destroy the tribe of nation, the tribe of Israel, to eliminate the name, to be no more, because it's the only threat they do not want to serve, just like the angels. Okay, so Esau and the angels have that in common. Neither of them want to serve like God intended. They do not want to serve. Okay, and it's the same operation running all over, right? A woman is supposed to be obedient to the man, but now they are rising up. It's the same spirit of the angels that rebelled. It's the same spirit. They want to establish their own order, okay, and that they believe that order can only come out through chaos, through shouting and holding protests. That's how they believe they can change God's decisions. But no, that won't work. Believe me, even if there are 10 people left on this earth, everybody else will go. It has been done before. Okay? It has been done before. So stop playing games with God. He said he wasn't going to use water, but he will use fire. Right? He will just destroy every crop you have, every GMO, every sun-resistant thing you have. So stop playing games and consider this time to be mercy and serve. Anyway, I hope I gave you something today. General Easy signing out. Love you. Bye.